This is a new industry in a new area, and we're sort of trailblazers, pioneers. We're in Vermont. Really, it's only been possible to grow grapes and make good wine in Vermont in the last 10 years or so. And this is because new grape varieties have been developed. We have grape varieties that can survive the winters in a state like Vermont and across the northern tier of states, and also produce really nice wine. And so it's, at this point, it's not a iffy borderline kind of crop. It's a very reliable crop that we can depend on year after year. So we're within the last few days of our harvest. Now we've picked 80–85% of our grapes, and we're down to our last two varieties, which are Frontenac and Frontenac Gris. We've already picked the Marquette and the La Crescent, which are our two primary grape varieties. The weather has gotten very cool and cloudy, as you can see, and we're kind of hurrying to finish up the harvest before it gets even colder.
So right now we're making some red wine. We're making Frontenac. It's the name of the grape.
Yeah.
These are all northern hardies, so we can grow them up here in Vermont. For the red wines is we dump them in here. This is a crusher destemmer, and what this does is basically crushes up the grapes, gets the juice flowing, and then separates the stems from the rest of the grapes. Stems shoot out right here, which is where we should have that to catch it. And then we pump it, the juice from right there, and all the way up into the big tank. Right now it's just the crushed grapes, it's the juice and the pulp. So it's the skins that give it all the color and which makes it a strong red wine, and the juice, the liquid that gives us what we got. And in about a week we'll take all the skins off of it and just have it be the wine. So, and that's the first step, first primary fermentation for making red wine.
So after all that hard work in the vineyard and the winery, this is the final product. These are the wines we have available. This is our dry red wine called Cove Road, which is predominantly a Marquette grape and also a blend of Frontenac and St. Croix added into it. Ice wine is a very special product that's made from grapes that are left on the vine until December and then harvested when they're frozen at about 18 degrees. Very intensely flavored, very intensely sweet, and very expensive. We have a dry white wine, which we call Black Sparrow. This wine was the winner of a medal in a wine competition, as also was Cove Road and our rosé wine called Starlight. Our Starlight rosé wine is made from a blend of 5 different grapes. It's very slightly off-dry, much less sweet than most people expect when they see a rosé wine, and most people are very pleasantly surprised when they taste it. We have about 12 acres of these grapes in the ground. They're in full production, and so we're now in full stride of growing grapes and making wine from these northern Minnesota type grapes. So far we're very happy with the results we've gotten. The grapes produce well, they ripen well, and the wine is delicious. This is a new industry in a new area, and we're sort of trailblazers, pioneers.